Have you ever had your CGM sensor fall off too early? It's frustrating, right? But I'm here to help. Over the last 5 years, I've tested multiple CGMs, and I talked to hundreds of users to find out the secret to making sensors last for up to 15 days. In this video, I'll share 5 simple but powerful steps to make sure your next Freestyle Libre, Dexcom, or any other sensor stays for as long as possible. And as a bonus, I'll show you how I remove my CGM with zero pain and no hair pulling. Let's get into it. Starting with step number 1. One of the main reasons why people lose their sensor is that they put it in a wrong spot. But what is the best spot to wear your CGM? Well, I found that the best spots are the soft, fatty areas of your body that stay flat during daily activities and are well protected from external objects. For example, the outside of your upper arm is not ideal. It's too easy to knock off your sensor when walking through door frames or reaching for something in your cupboard. The front of your upper arm isn't ideal either, because the constant bending and extending of the arm can cause the adhesive to peel off faster. And let's not forget, placing the sensor too close to your biceps or triceps muscle can be painful. My favorite spots are the back and the inner side of my upper arm. These areas stay flat during most activities and they are well protected from external objects. But the upper arm isn't the only good spot. I've also had great success with placing the sensor on top of my chest and on top of my thigh. We just need to be mindful of the fact that most CGMs are only approved for wear on the upper arm, so placing them anywhere else is technically considered an off-label use. But I love the chest placement. It's been a game changer for many people, myself included. Moving on to step number 2. Another big reason why people lose their sensor is that they don't properly prepare the site before applying it. This step is more important than you might think, because the key to the sensor staying on is ensuring that it sticks well and forms a solid bond with your skin. So how do we do that? First, avoid placing the sensor in areas with scarring or any damaged or irritated skin. These spots don't work very well. You can wash the skin with basic fragrance-free soap, but try to avoid any moisturizers or body washes with hydrating ingredients. These can weaken the adhesive and only cause you trouble. Now, the most important step in skin preparation: alcohol wipes. I always make sure to thoroughly wipe the site to remove any oils or residue that could prevent the sensor adhesive from sticking. Unfortunately, most CGM kits don't come with an alcohol wipe, but you can get generic wipes from your pharmacy or these ones from Skin Grip that I like to use. They both work really well. Before I show you my technique for applying the sensor to make it stick better, there are a few things you might want to consider depending on your personal situation. If your arms are hairy, shave the area where you'll be placing the sensor. If your skin is damaged, exfoliate to remove any dead skin cells. And if you sweat a lot and your sensors tend to peel off, consider using an adhesive barrier. This acts like extra glue, making your skin tacky and helping the sensor stick tighter. The adhesive barriers I use are from Skin Grip, and I'll put a link below for you if you want to try them out. Moving on to step number 3. Use the right technique to apply the sensor. Whether you're using Freestyle Libre, Dexcom, or any other CGM, always make sure your skin is completely dry before applying the sensor. It only takes less than a minute for the alcohol to dry off, but it is worth the wait because you really don't want any liquid involved. When I apply a new sensor, I always stand in front of a mirror or use a front-facing camera on my phone. Instead of reaching to apply the sensor, I raise my arm when I want to place it so I can see exactly what I'm doing. Being able to see what I'm doing in the mirror makes the whole process a lot easier. Next, I press the applicator against my skin, apply the sensor, and hold it in place for a few seconds. This helps the adhesive stick as tightly as possible before I lift the applicator. When I lift the applicator, I do it gently, being mindful of the fact that the sensor adhesive and my skin just started getting to know each other. After that, I gently press on top of the sensor for about 10 seconds to make sure it sticks as much as possible. I also do my best to secure the edges of the adhesive. With the Dexcom sensors, I wrap around the patch 3 times, and with Freestyle Libre, I use the rounded end of a teaspoon. But you can use any other safe tool that you find in your drawer. It's all about making the edges secure. Now we've applied the sensor, but there is more we need to do. So let's move to step number 4. The thing is, what happens in 60 to 90 minutes after the sensor application can have huge impact on the overall performance of the adhesive. I highly recommend avoiding any water or sweat during this window. No shower, no gym, no heavy sweating. Just stay dry. The adhesive needs at least an hour to bond properly with your skin. The longer you will stay dry, the longer it will last. And if you get wet too early, you might run into trouble later on. Another thing I would recommend is to use an overpatch to secure the sensor and protect it from external objects. Again, unfortunately, most CGM models don't come with one. The exception is the Dexcom G7, but I wasn't too impressed with its performance. It doesn't stick well and the design isn't great either. The patches I love to use are from Skin Grip. They're made from breathable material that doesn't irritate my skin and they stretch as I move my arm. When applying the patch, I follow the same process as with the sensor. Clean, dry skin, no liquid, and if needed, an adhesive barrier. To be honest, the main reason why I prefer the Skin Grip patches is simple. They just stay on and they look great. You can choose from various designs and colors, and if you use my link down below or code Type1Talks, you'll get 10% off. Alright, the sensor is on, the overpatch is in place, but we're not done yet. Because if you don't pay attention to what I'm about to say next, there's a good chance you'll lose your sensor anyway. So let's move to step number 5. The truth is, CGM sensors don't just come off on their own. What usually happens is that we bump into something or that we knock the sensor off of something. And that's why being mindful that you're wearing the sensor is key, especially in certain high-risk situations. For example, taking off your clothes, whether it's a t-shirt, sweater or a sports bra. Take it off slowly so you don't accidentally pull out your sensor. Reaching for things in cabinets, the car, behind the furniture. You get the idea. Keep an eye out. Door frames. These are #1 enemy of CGMs. Don't get too close. They can easily knock it off. Tight spaces, closets, narrow hallways and airplane bathrooms. Be extra mindful in these spots or just avoid them completely. And of course, water activities and contact sports. It's a whole another topic. I wouldn't even think about doing these without using an overpatch or protective sleeve. What I'm getting at is this. Try to make it a second nature to keep in mind that you're using the CGM, that you have it on, especially in these high-risk moments. I'm sure it will save you a lot of hassle in the long run. Now, as promised in the beginning of the video, here is my recipe to taking the sensor off with absolutely no pain and no hair pulling. The key is using these adhesive remover wipes. They are soaked with a mixture of oil and alcohol, and this makes the adhesive loose very quickly. I just open the wipe, apply it on the sensor adhesive, and after a few seconds I peel off the sensor and wipe away any adhesive residue. You could also use baby oil or any other oil to make the adhesive loose. But the advantage of these remover wipes is that they work faster, so you don't have to wait 5 to 10 minutes for the oil to start working. Again, a link to these wipes and everything else I showed in this video is in the video description. Now the thing is, even if you manage to keep your CGM on for 15 days, you might run into another problem. CGMs can give you inaccurate information if you don't use them right. So watch this video next to make sure that your glucose information is always spot on and that you make the right treatment decisions. Don't forget to get your 10% off on the Skin Grip patches, and I will see you next time. Ciao!